Choose not to be harmed and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed and you haven't been. We forget, in life, it doesn't matter what happens to you or where you came from. It matters what you do with what happens and what you've been given. The obstacle in the path becomes the path. Never forget, within every obstacle is an opportunity to improve our condition. Focus on the moment, not the monsters that may or may not be up ahead. Wherever we are, whatever we are doing, and wherever we are going, we owe it to ourselves, to our art, to the world to do it well. Where the head goes, the body follows. Perception precedes action. Right action follows the right perspective. The only guarantee ever is that things will go wrong. The only thing we can use to mitigate this is anticipation, because the only variable we control completely is ourselves. We cannot spend the day in explanation. Don't waste time on false constructs. In life, our first job is this: to divide and distinguish things into two categories. Externals I cannot control, but the choices I make with regard to them I do control. Where will I find good and bad? In me, in my choices. In every situation, life is asking us a question, and our actions are the answer. Failure shows us the way by showing us what isn't the way. You know what's better than building things up in your imagination? Building things up in real life. Focus on what is in front of you, right now. Ignore what it represents or it means, or why it happened to you. To argue, to complain, or worse, to just give up, these are choices. Choices that more often than not, do nothing to get us across the finish line. What such a man needs is not courage but nerve control, cool-headedness. This he can get only by practice. Each time, you'll learn something. Each time, you'll develop strength, wisdom, and perspective. Each time, a little more of the competition falls away, until all that is left is you, the best version of you. Blessings and burdens are not mutually exclusive. Stop looking for an epiphany and start looking for weak points. Stop looking for angels and start looking for angles. Failure really can be an asset if what you are trying to do is improve, learn, or do something new. Man does not simply exist, but always decides what his existence will be, what he will become the next moment. By the same token, every human being has the freedom to change at any instant. Certain things in life will cut you open like a knife. When that happens, at that exposing moment, the world gets a glimpse of what's truly inside you. So what will be revealed when you are sliced open by tension and pressure? Iron, or air, or bullshit? We must all either wear out or rust out, every one of us. My choice is to wear out. Persist and resist. Persist in your efforts. Resist giving into distraction, discouragement, and disorder. What is defeat? Nothing but education. Nothing but the first steps to something better. You'll have far better luck toughening yourself up than you ever will trying to take the teeth out of a world that is at best indifferent to your existence. When people ask where we are, what we're doing, how that situation is coming along, the answer should be clear. We're working on it. We're getting closer. When setbacks come, we respond by working twice as hard. What matters most is not what these obstacles are, but how we see them, how we react to them, and whether we keep our composure. See things for what they are. Do what we can. Endure and bear what we must. What blocks the path now is a path. What once impeded action advances action. The obstacle is the way. How we interpret the events in our lives, our perspective, is the framework for our forthcoming response, whether there will even be one or whether we'll just lie there and take it. Where the head goes, the body follows. Perception precedes action. Right action follows the right perspective. Perspective has two definitions. Context, a sense of the larger picture of the world, not just what is immediately in front of us. Framing, an individual's unique way of looking at the world, a way that interprets its events. Discipline in perception lets you clearly see the advantage and the proper course of action in every situation, without the pestilence of panic or fear. But thinking about and being aware of our mortality creates real perspective and urgency. It doesn't need to be depressing, because it's invigorating. Our perceptions are the thing that we are in complete control of. The struggle against an obstacle inevitably propels the fighter to a new level of functioning. The extent of the struggle determines the extent of the growth. The obstacle is an advantage, not adversity. The enemy is any perception that prevents us from seeing this. A good person dyes events with his own color and turns whatever happens to his own benefit. You will come across obstacles in life, fair and unfair, and you will discover, time and time again, that what matters most is not what these obstacles are, but how we see them, how we react to them, and whether we keep our composure. There is always a counter move, always an escape or way through. No one said it would be easy, and of course the stakes are high, but the path is there for those ready to take it. Our perceptions determine, to an incredibly large degree, what we are and are not capable of. In many ways, they determine reality itself. When we believe in the obstacle more than in the goal, which will inevitably triumph. Bad companies are destroyed by crisis. Good companies survive them. Great companies are improved by them.